Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, welcome to the Fightersrep podcast, episode 61. I'm with my distinguished co-host, the king of Richmond Heights, Miami, Florida, none other than Ignorant Behavior, Gary. Gary, how are you on this wondrous evening?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just chilling, I don't got no practice today, so I got to
Oh,
relax today.
nice. They're giving you the day off.
Hey, Little League season almost over, and I'm ready for it to be over.
Yeah, I hear you. We came up short in the flag football thing
Yeah?
yesterday. Yeah, we came up
Damn.
short. I mean, we had a winning season, but we needed to win yesterday to get into the playoffs, and we just
Yeah,
fell short. So,
yeah.
so now it's back to just baseball. Might want to do basketball. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what
Hey,
happens.
man, it wears on you, man. It wears on you.
I know, but
Driving
hey,
around taking these kids.
it's nonstop, man. And then the other one, she did volleyball. She had a volleyball game today.
Oh, man.
But anyway, Gary, today we're here more than anything to discuss the fight that happened over the weekend. It was the biggest fight, not for a belt, in the division, in my opinion. It was Jack Catterall versus Regis Prograis. We made a prediction in this fight. I think we both wanted Prograis. I think you wanted Prograis too. We just like Prograis. I'm, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go for the American fighter anyway. But, we had respect for Catterall. We'd seen what he did with Josh Taylor. We felt like, at least I felt like,
Well,
Regis was
both of
kind
us.
of, yeah, we both felt like Regis was kind of slipping, I think. And what we predicted came true, Gary. Looks like, Regis maybe at the tail end or maybe at the end of his career here. It was a valiant effort while it lasted. He lasted through the fight, but it definitely got shaky for him in the second half of the fight. And I felt like Catterall kind of dominated this fight, if I'm being honest with you. What were your thoughts on the fight?
I mean, I agree with you. I think Catterall dominated it. I even think if Regis was in his prime, I think Catterall still beats him. I
Wow.
think
Okay. Okay.
you know, feet too fast, hands speed fast. Regis, he runs into this problem when he finds people who can actually who have great movement, who have great feet, can box, and Catterall also can punch. I mean, his timing, he got Regis timing down,
He
and
does have good timing. He does have good timing.
yeah, timing with his counter punching, he can read it. And Regis' hands are for somebody who doesn't have great feet. Regis' hands are always very low. He
Yeah.
has his hands, he has that lead hand real low. And guys who got fast feet, great athleticism, they get away with that. Like we know Roy, we can say Roy always did that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
once Roy athleticism started to slow down, he started having to pick up like this a little bit more. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you seen Regis tried to do that a little bit more in the fight after he got rocked and everything, but it's just that he was open for that left hand every time.
What was unusual to me was he was kind of like his hands were like by his side. Did you notice that? Like it was kind of, I think he
I
was
mean,
trying
I
to
noticed
stay
that they
calm.
were real low and that
Yeah.
they were like neither hand. He had actually at times he had both hands really low.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
was sometimes Jack can just jump in there once he got in range and just hit him with the left. Well, I'm going my right, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
he could just jump in there and hit him with the left real quick, get in there. And Regis, it seemed like to me, Regis started getting desperate in certain rounds, like after round like 4, because you could tell when a fighter's getting desperate, they start throwing punches that they don't really see the opening. They're just throwing it, hoping that it lands.
Yeah.
And when you miss badly and you kind of almost fall, which he did later on in the fight,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
a few times he threw a punch and he hit nothing but air and almost fell. And it's like, dude, you're just hoping and wishing to throw a punch
Yeah. Yeah.
that it lands and it's not. And it seems like it comes from frustration on him. Like
Yeah.
that, I can't. This guy keeps moving.
Well, I could see why, right? Because I felt like in the first, like, man, the first 3, 4, maybe up until the fifth round, like it was very slow. Like they were just like kind of feeling each other out, feeling each other out. I was like, okay, somebody has to,
Yeah,
somebody has to start moving and taking over. Do you think? I mean, that's what Regis was trying to do, like trying to create some action, create
I just
something.
I just think he has problems with people who can box and move their feet.
Hmm.
I mean, Devin Haney, he never could find Devin Haney at all.
Yeah,
He didn't get close to finding Devin Haney when he fought uh damn, I can't think of his name before Devin Haney. Not he
Taylor.
Josh Taylor. He fought somebody else before Devin Haney that most people thought he lost.
Oh, Zarilla, was it Zarilla?
Yeah, Zorilla. I mean, I felt like the movement of Zorilla bothered him.
Yeah,
Josh Taylor bothered him.
yeah,
You know what I mean? When you can move and he's a flat-footed guy. He's not like really on his toes. He's not really have that. He looks like he has that type of athleticism, but the way he fights is in cement. He has to have his feet planted to throw a big punch. And guys who can move and jab and really box,
yeah,
he
yeah. They're
struggles
gonna
against
have a
them.
field day with that. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, do you think it also kind of relates to the wear and tear, the age? Because I mean, he didn't look the same to me as he used to look. Let's say 5 years ago. I mean, it looked like a slightly different guy for sure.
Well, I mean, I think some of his age, don't get me wrong, I do think some of his age, he's getting
Yeah.
older. And he even mentioned that he doesn't know if he can go 12 rounds anymore. He fades in later round of the
Right.
fight.
Right.
But like I said, I think even Prime Regis doesn't beat Jack because
That's interesting. That's
Jack is
interesting.
Jack is the more skilled boxer. His he had the faster hands, faster feet, and it was just and his timing was perfect. He timed Regis up. Regis started throwing in some feints to get the timing off because he started seeing that Jack was timing him.
He's a strong. Jack looks like a stocky, pretty strong looking guy too. That's what I noticed too. But I did notice the timing. I felt like his timing was really good, and he was pretty fast. I mean, you're right about that. He was pretty fast. Let me ask you, man, because that's really interesting to me. You think he would have beaten him in his prime. After the fight, Regis said, I've fought them all. You deserve a title shot. I fought them all, and you're the best one of the bunch. Do you think he was just showing Jack respect by saying that? Because, he's out there in Manchester showing respect. Or do you think he really believes that? Right. And even if he does really believe that, I mean, do you think it's coming from the perspective of a guy who's now, 35 years old and maybe this looks much faster to him than the people he's fought in the past? I mean, what did you think about that statement?
I thought I thought it's some truth in it. I also thought it's some shot at Devin Haney a little bit because
Maybe,
him and
yeah,
Devin
maybe.
Haney have been going at it back and forth. I do think Jack is better than Taylor when Regis fought him.
Yeah,
Because obviously Jack and Taylor fought, and most people thought that Jack won the first one, and then
right.
obviously Jack went and won the second one, and made it confirmed like I'm better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I would say I think it's some truth in that. I think it's also like a dig at Devin Haney a little bit.
I was
Be-
feeling like it was something like that too. You
yeah,
you
yeah,
put it better than I did, but I thought there was something there, and I feel like you found it.
yeah. Because it's like him and Devin Haney before the fight, they were going like pillow hands and stuff. But
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
but but honestly, from me viewing it, even though he did get the knockdown, I guess Regis got the knockdown with Jack. Even though I thought it was kind of more of an off balance shot, he got hit. I don't think he was never hurt. He just got
yeah,
hit and his glove touched the ground or whatever.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I think that he feared Regis. I think Regis feared Jack's power after feeling it a couple times, getting hit with, and Jack was a little bit more aggressive than Devin was. So I do think he feared Jack more than Devin. I think with Devin, he was just frustrated as fuck because he couldn't
yeah.
get to him.
Right,
But
right.
you know, that's
Yeah.
what do you think?
About what?
About, do you think that he's been honest about it? That Jack is the best fighter he's fought.
I feel like him saying it makes me think about why is this guy saying this right now? There has to be some sort of motive, right? I mean, I started thinking about motive. And I thought to myself, well, first and foremost, I mean, that is a respectful thing to do, I think, because Jack Catterall has never really, I don't believe he's fought for a title, or when he
Nah, he
did, he
hasn't
lost.
yet.
I think when he did, he lost to Taylor. I mean, Taylor had a title at the time. So he's never
I
won a
remember.
title.
Yeah.
But I think he wants to see like a fellow hardworking boxer, especially one that beat him, to get another title fight. At the same time, though, I think it does serve the purpose, like you said, of taking a little dig at Devin Haney, since they don't seem to like each other, especially where he's saying, "I've been in there with all of them, and you're the best one of the bunch." Like, he kind of reiterated that, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
yeah, no, you're the best one I've fought, not Haney, not nobody else. Like, you're that guy. So I was wondering why he said it. I was thinking about it. I figured there was an alternative motive, and
Almost.
you dug that out for us.
I mean, almost like you got
No,
to ask.
hey, you dug that one out. No Diddy. Continue.
Hey, hey, it's almost like you got that ex. You know what I mean? And you're around, and she tells the new guy, like, you know, I've been with multiple men, but you're the best, baby. You're the best. You don't know whether it's true or not. It could be true, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
could be. I'm standing right here.
yeah,
I hear it. But here's my thing: is so Regis, he pretty much got washed, right?
yeah,
What do you think? Like, they're asking what about Regis? Like, what's
yeah.
next? What do you really think? I hear you saying he doesn't want to stay at his weight. He's tired of being skinny or something like that.
He
I
brought
mean,
he
what do you
brought
think
up
is
bare
next?
knuckle. He brought up bare knuckle. Did you hear him bring up bare
Nah, I
knuckle?
didn't hear that. Nah.
He said it in the post fight. He said it might be time for bare knuckle or something like that. Let these young
He
guys take
said I
over.
must have missed that.
He said, He said maybe it's time. I can't do the 12 rounds anymore, like I used
Yeah.
to. I'm
I heard him
fading.
say that. Yeah.
Then he said it might be time for bare knuckle. Let these young guys take over. I'll talk to my team and see what we do. But might be time to do something like that. You're asking me what I think he should do next?
Yeah. What you think next?
I think he gave a world class guy, right? I think this is where my brain thinks different from most people and the general public, especially as a promoter, right? Because a lot of people might think promoters want to see, I don't know, the worst for the fighters. I want the best for the fighters because, if they do well, the business does well, the sport does well. And I don't want us to continue on this cultural trajectory, Gary, of a guy loses a couple fights, let's hang it up. Let's hang him out to dry. He's damaged goods. I think he was outclassed. But listen, even you're saying he might have been outclassed by this guy in his prime. That doesn't mean Regis Prograis can't still have a big fight and potentially win a big fight, landing a big shot. He's a big power guy. Maybe he's got to go back and work on some things. I know he changed coaches a couple of times in his past few fights. And maybe, he just hasn't found that groove again. I mean, it makes me think about Anthony Joshua, right? Everybody, dude, when Andy Ruiz knocked out Anthony Joshua, you had people talking about, let's have him retire. And then he came back and had a whole renaissance. Now he's lost again to Dubois. Who's to say he doesn't come back and have another renaissance? He's still, not that old. Regis, 35 years old. I think he could go again. I would like to watch him again. I enjoy his personality. I enjoy his fighting style. He's vulnerable, but he can also land a big punch. And just because you lose to the best guys in the division, right, doesn't mean you're a nobody. So, I could see him coming again. I would like him to get more big paydays if he wants. Maybe against a guy like on the come up, just to see like what these
Yeah.
guys are like. I don't think he has to write it off. And definitely, I'm not a hater on bare knuckle, but for me, I don't like it, because I think the the knuckles on the skin and on the face, I think it's a bit too much. I think it shortens your career. I think it does a lot of damage. That being said, it is an alternative for a lot of these fighters, and they're paying them well, and I think that's great. But I don't think he should. I don't think he should already fall to the level of a bare knuckle fighter. If he can get, good money, he still has a good name. You know what I mean? I think he still has a good name and enough skills to fight somebody. I don't think he has to go down to bare knuckle. That's my opinion.
Well, I mean, my opinion, I don't think he's getting any more big fights, George. Like big fights. I don't think that's
Well,
happening.
Garrett. Let's say
What?
let's say Catterall. They're talking about, or we're going to touch on this next. Let's say Catterall goes and fights Haney, right, and beats Haney, and Catterall's the guy now. So we're gonna say this guy's not going to get any more big fights because he lost to the best guy in the division potentially.
Well. Here's my thing: is I'm not saying he can't get good fights. I'm saying he's not gonna. This, if we're being real, this was not a big fight. This was not a big fight. This was okay. Jack Catterall. This is gonna.
It's a big fight. It's a big fight.
No, not in.
Who's bigger though? Like who's bigger that actually? There's only a couple guys that would be bigger, really.
I mean, I think there's a few guys that could make a fight that could be bigger than. I mean, even if Devin Haney fought Pitbull, that would be a bigger fight. If
No,
Ryan
I'm saying for Regis. I thought you were saying it's not a big fight.
No, I'm saying far as the fans, far as like also, when you get the casual fans, this wasn't a big fight.
No,
you know what I'm saying. This wasn't a big fight, far as casual fans and things like that. This was something to propel Jack Catterall to another level.
Right, but Gary, we're talking about Regis, right? We're talking about
Regis. but this is what I'm telling you. With Regis, what you become now is a gatekeeper. Somebody who, for up and coming fighters to fight, your name. I can say I beat Regis Prograis, a former champion, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And it's not a big fight. It's just a stepping stone to get to the big fight. You're a stepping stone now to get to the big fights. Yeah. You're not the big fight. You're the guy that I gotta fight to get to the big fight to prove that I'm legit, Yeah. And so that's where Regis is at, in my opinion, right now, because he had the Josh Taylor, he had the Devin Haney, he had right now the Jack Catterall.
Yeah.
He lost all three of them.
Yeah.
And by convincing fashion in all three of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't come close. So now nobody's expecting you to be like, oh, this is a big fight. Can he still have exciting fights? Yes, he can. I think if you match him up properly with somebody who he can trade with, somebody who he can get to, hey, it's still a exciting fight.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It don't need to go to bare knuckle.
Yeah.
You can still make money with exciting fights if you match them up properly at 140. I mean, I still think Tiago
Teofimo?
No, he lost to Paro.
Subriel Matias.
Matias, that's it. Matias, yes. I forgive me. I'm trying to think in my head. I'm like, damn, no. Off the top of my dome. But yeah, Matias, that lost against Paro. Now I think Matias probably knocks him out or hurts him real bad. But I think it will be an exciting fight because Matias is not going to move around like these guys.
Right.
He's going to come in there and he's going to bang.
Yeah, give him a fight for his style. Yeah, I agree.
So that's it. And he would have a chance to actually hurt Matias.
Right. Maybe even a rematch with Josh Taylor.
Yeah, that would be Josh Taylor. Be a fun fight Josh Taylor lost against he lost like his last 2-3 fights.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a fun fight too. I think a rematch with Josh Taylor is fun. I think, like you said, Subriel Matias needs a good fight and a good name if he wants to come back. Maybe the winner, can rise back up. You know what I mean? But I agree with you 100%. Matias, I didn't think of that. That's a really good fight, man.
Yeah, but that's giving him somebody who's going to give him a chance, not somebody who's going to box and move around. He's not going to be able to do that right now.
Yeah. So before we continue, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, join the channel, and be sure to get your tickets to Fighters Rep 27. It goes down November 23rd live from the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles. You're not going to want to miss it. It's an absolute stacked card. Also, we've got Fighters Rep 28 going down in Pompano Beach, Florida, Gary, January 25th. We look forward to seeing you there. We're already matching for that card on January 25th. So, again, be sure to get your tickets very soon for that one as well at fightersrep.com, and join the channel. Help us continue to grow. Gary, so what's next? What is next for Jack Catterall? You know, I've seen rumblings already. Man, with X or Twitter, whatever they want to call it, it's all over the place already. They're talking about Turkey, El Sheikh. They're talking about what fight does he want. They're talking about Haney potentially taking on Catterall. I actually think that's a good fight, man. What do you think happens next, Gary?
First of all, before we get to that, next Fighter Rep down here in January 25th. My birthday, January 21st.
Oh,
So drinks are on you.
You know it.
You're down here in Miami. We need to hit the strip club or something.
Oh,
I don't want to get you in trouble. Don't let wifey hear this. Hey, wifey, close your ears. Nah. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I think Devin Haney, after losing to Ryan Garcia, getting back in there with Jack, that's a big fight. I mean, well, it's not a huge fight, but that's a good fight. Yeah. If you're a boxing purist, that's a good fight. And I don't think you can just give it to Devin Haney. Hey, no. Jack is a fucking.
He's decent. Yeah, he's decent.
Nah, I ain't better than decent. Jack can fucking fight. Yeah. Jack can possibly hurt Devin Haney and get him out of there.
Yeah.
Jack can also possibly outbox him. I mean, I don't. Huh?
Well, I was gonna say, and then we need to see what Haney looks like after all that damage he took in that Garcia fight. I mean, it's unfortunate, but we need to see how he's going to react if he gets caught with one of those big shots. Because Jack was throwing him in there.
He was catching Regis on the boom timing. Yeah. Now, my thing, I probably would want to see Devin Haney fight somebody, just to get back, because he hasn't been in the ring in a while. Just to get back, fight somebody not as good as Jack. Yeah. And then, after that, then go in there with Jack and go for, and actually give Jack a chance for the belt. It'll be a good fight. That ain't no slouch. That's one of the best people in that division. Him, Paro, he's earned enough respect now to show you that he is a really good fighter. He has punching power. He has the boxing skills, speed, good feet. I wouldn't say, oh, that's a good Haney wins. I wouldn't just say that.
Yeah. Would you lean towards Haney if they fought?
Slightly.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Me too.
Just because if Haney can keep his jab, keep his defense back where it was, slightly. But I'm not.
I agree with you. I agree. It's scary. It's a scary one.
Yeah, it's a scary fight. That's why I said take somebody first. Then do that fight.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you need a manager for your boxing career, it's the guy right here.
I'm just saying, because you've been out the ring. Now, if Haney had been in the ring, my boxing, I would say, yeah, go ahead. But the last fight you got your ass whooped. Whether it was steroids or not, you had to feel those punches. You had to second guess yourself. You're now second guessing yourself. You felt those punches. You got rocked. You got your ass whooped. No matter if somebody cheated or not, you felt those punches. You went through that. That's trauma in your head. No, you don't know, like you said, you don't know how he's going to be. Go get you somebody who's a soft touch. Get your confidence up. Get your timing right. Like, yeah, I got it. Okay, Jack, come on. I'm going to whoop your ass too.
Who would you suggest for Haney?
For Haney?
Yeah. Who would you suggest? Let's take a look. Maybe we should take a look at some names.
I mean, we just mentioned Josh
someone that
Taylor. Josh Taylor's not a huge punter. He's a good boxer. He's a good big name.
Yeah.
To get back, he's not a soft touch, but he's not as I guess deadly as some of the other people you probably could fight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There's.
Hold on, I got a kiss real quick.
No, you're good. Aha! Damn, man. Hey, next time block it out. I can't see none of this no more. Right now, I'm not.
She ain't want to give me nothing earlier, so I mean, I guess that's all I get.
So look, there's Alberto Puello, who beat Gary Russell. I don't know if you saw that fight in a very close fight.
I did not.
That's not a bad idea. You've got Jose Valenzuela. You've got Jose Ramirez is still on the radar. They've got ESPN's got Subro Matias, number 8. They got Josh Taylor, number 9. Like you said, so they got Taylor ahead of Prograis. So that would make sense, right? A fight against Taylor, I think, from the mind of Ignorant Behavior Promotions, Taylor's a good one.
I mean, out of everybody you said, Taylor has the name that can still probably bring intrigue, but less danger because, he's kind of on the back end of his career. He's not a knockout artist. He's a boxer. And I think Devin Haney's a better boxer. Now, I think Josh is a little bigger than Devin, is he? Because Josh is pretty big, ain't he?
I'm not sure. I mean, they're both.
Or they might be the same size or something.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a junior welter, so I mean, you're gonna make.
Yeah.
If you make weight, you make weight. Josh Taylor, I'm seeing here 5'10", Devin Haney 5'9", so Taylor's about an inch bigger.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I think if he wants to go up to 147, Mario Barrio.
Yeah,
I think that's a good fight that he can win.
Yeah,
and it's a name, and you're moving up to another weight. Because he said he's open to going up to higher weights. So Mario Barrio, I think is probably, if you're gonna go to 147, would be the fight that, even though that's a tough fight too. Now that ain't that's a tough fight. Right. I just think he can outbox Mario Barrio, but that's a tough fight though.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
I'll promote.
I like your Josh Taylor idea best though.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all we have for today, Gary, I think. But what I did want to say is I think we need to make an additional video this week, right? Feature a Fightersrep fighter from Fightersrep 27, but also make it a prediction video because do you know what we have on Saturday?
Well, Mike Tyson and
is that when that shit's happening?
I don't know. I don't know. I've been seeing promotion for it. I got to look at it when it's fighting.
I wasn't even thinking about that corny ass fight, but I'll probably watch it anyway.
I know Booth is the weekend after.
Right. Well, but besides the fact that we've got open workout for Fightersrep 27 at Hardworks Fitness in Long Beach this Saturday at 1 p.m. It's going to be the rematch, Gary, on Saturday night. Robson Conceição versus Oshaki Foster. The fight that I thought was probably the biggest robbery in boxing history. We're gonna need to do a prediction to that this week, bro.
I mean, do we really? I mean, we could do it, but do we really?
We need to do it. We saw
the first fight.
We need to do it for Oshaki, bro. Oshaki deserves some love, bro. We need to do it.
Yeah. No, we can do it, but I'm just like, who do you think I'm picking?
Man,
besides the guy that won the first one.
I'm still not over it.
Like I know who won the first one. You think I'm gonna go with the other guy in the second one?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, that's all we have for this evening on the Fightersrep podcast. Be sure to join us live every Monday and whenever we feel like dropping a video, but definitely live for every episode on Monday between 6 and 6:30 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 and 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Gary, you got anything else for him?
Nah, I'm good, man. Go San Francisco.
Appreciate you.